Today I will explain about the Thales theorem. It is also termed as basic proportionality theorem. So first of all, we'll see the theorem. What does it states? If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect other two sides in the distinct point, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. So let us see this theorem. According to the theorem, if a line drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, suppose we are having a triangle ABC. In this triangle, if we are going to draw a line parallel to BC, this line is suppose DE. Suppose we have drawn a line DE which is parallel to BC. If a line drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect other two sides in the distinct point, means this line is intersecting AB at point D, while this line DE is intersecting AC at point E. Then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio, means the ratio of AD upon DB is equals to AE upon EC. This we have to prove. Now let us see here. It is not necessary if we will draw the line parallel to BC. If suppose we are having a triangle ABC, then we can draw the line parallel to AC also. If suppose we are having a triangle ABC, then in this triangle we can draw the line parallel to AB also. We can take any case. Either we can draw the line parallel to BC, or we can draw the line parallel to AC, or we can draw the line parallel to AB. In all the three cases, we can have the same option. After drawing the figure, then we have to write down the very first step, that is given. In given, we have to write down whatever is given in the figure. In the figure, it is given that ABC is a triangle. ABC is a triangle in which DE is parallel to BC. So we can write here DE is parallel to BC. After writing the given, then we have to write on the next step, that is to prove. In to prove, we have to write down AD upon DB is equals to AE upon EC. Why we have to write this one? Let us see the theorem once again. In a triangle, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect other two sides in the distinct point, then other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Means this side and this side are divided in the same ratio. AD upon DB equals to AE upon EC. So we have to write here AD upon DB is equals to AE upon EC. After to prove, then we have to write down the next step, that is construction. Construction is needed in this given figure to prove this theorem, means AD upon DB equals to AE upon EC. So let us see what is the construction which is required in this figure. First of all, we have to draw a perpendicular DF. We draw a perpendicular DF on AC. So we can write here, we draw DF perpendicular on AC. Similarly, we have to draw one more perpendicular from point E to AB. That perpendicular is EG. So we can write here, we draw EG perpendicular on AB. We draw EG perpendicular on AB. After that, we have to join B to E. We join B to E and D to C also. And D to C. So let us see the constructions once again. First of all, we have drawn DF perpendicular on AC, then EG perpendicular on AB. Second thing, we join B to E and D to C. After completing the construction, now we have to come to the final step, that is called roof. In proof, first of all, we have to consider triangle ADE. Area of triangle ADE. First of all, I have considered triangle ADE, and now we are going to find out the area of triangle ADE. Area of triangle ADE is equals to 1 upon 2 into base into perpendicular height. So in this triangle, first of all, we have to take base AD, because on this base AD we are having the perpendicular EG. That's why I am taking here base AD. If base is AD, then the perpendicular will be equals to EG. So I have taken here EG. This can be equation number 1. Similarly, we have to find the area of triangle EDB. Again, I am repeating, area of triangle EDB. This triangle, EDB, this triangle, area of this triangle. So here we can write area of triangle EDB equals to 1 upon 2. In triangle EDB, base I am taking DB. Base I am taking DB. So what is the corresponding height? So if base is DB, then what is the perpendicular height to the vertex E? Here the height for this triangle will be EG. Why EG? Because base BD is extended till A and the perpendicular height from vertex E to the base BD is EG. That's why here we have to take EG. This can be equation number 2. Now let us see once again why I have taken height EG for this triangle. For that, first of all, consider, suppose we are having a ground, on that we are having a tower, leaning tower. If suppose you want to find out the height of the tower, suppose this point is A, this point is B, and this point is C, this point is D. Suppose we want to find out the height of this tower. The height of this tower will not be equals to AB. This is the length of the tower, not the height of the tower. What is the height of the tower? If this is the vertex, then we have to draw a perpendicular to the base. Suppose this point is X, so BX will be the height of this tower. AB is the length of the tower, not the height. Height is always perpendicular. If suppose we are talking about a triangle ABC, in this triangle suppose AX is perpendicular on BC. If base is BC, then AX will be taken as the perpendicular height for this triangle on base BC. But suppose we are having this type of triangle ABC. In this triangle, if suppose base BC I have taken, then what is the perpendicular height of this triangle? For that we have to extend the base, and on this base we have to draw the perpendicular from the vertex A. If suppose that point is X, then AX is the height for this triangle. AB or AC cannot be the height of this triangle ABC. AX is the perpendicular height for this triangle on base BC. Similarly, here also EG is the height for this triangle. After getting equation 1 and 2, then we have to divide both the equations. Why do we divide both the equations? Because 1 upon 2 will be cancelled, EG cancel, AD upon DG. So the first part we can get. So we are going to dividing equation 1 by equation 2. Area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle EDB is equals to 1 upon 2 into AD into EG upon 1 upon 2 into dB into EG. So EG cancel, 1 upon 2 also cancel. Finally, we are having the equation area of triangle ADE is upon area of triangle EDB is equals to AD upon DB. This can be equation number 3. After getting equation number 3, again we have to find out the area of triangle ADE. This time we have to take the base AE. So again we are going to find the area of triangle ADE. Area of triangle ADE equals to 1 upon 2. Base, this time we have to take AE. So I am taking here AE into what is the perpendicular height to AE? That is DF. So we can write here DF. This can be equation number 4. After finding the area of triangle ADE, then we have to find the area of triangle DEC. This triangle DEC. So area of triangle DCE will be equals to 1 upon 2 into base we have to take EC multiplied by, and perpendicular height on EC will be equals to DF because CE is extended to A, so the height will be taken DF. After this can be equation number 5. After getting equation 4 and 5, then we have to divide both the equations. If we will divide both the equations, then we will get AE upon EC, that is AE upon EC. So let us see here. So area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle DC equals to 1 upon 2 AE upon into DF, 1 upon 2 EC into DF. DF cancel, 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2 cancel. Finally, we are having area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle DC equals to AE upon EC. This can be equation number 6. Now let us compare both the equations. In the LHS, we are having area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle EDB. Here, area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle DCE. If LHS are equals, then RHS will also be equal. But right now, LHS are not equal. In the numerator, we are having area of triangle ADE, area of triangle ADE. Both are equal. But here, area of triangle EDB. But here, area of triangle DCE. Both are not equal. So let us see this figure. If we see triangle EDB, this triangle EDB, this triangle, and triangle DCE, this triangle. Both the triangles are sharing the same base DE. Triangle EDB and triangle CDE. Both the triangles are having the same base DE and between the same parallels BC and DE. Hence, the area of both the triangles will be equals. This theorem was given in class 9. Triangles on the same base and between the same parallels are equal in area. So, triangle BED and triangle CDE both are having the same base and between the same parallels. Hence, the area of both the triangles will be equal. So, here we can write area of triangle EDB is equal to area of triangle DCE. This can be equation number 7. Why these two areas are equal? Here we can write the reason. Triangles on the same base and between the same parallels. Triangles on the same base and between the same parallels. Now from equation 6 and 7. Since EDB, area of triangle EDB equals to area of triangle DCE, then on the place of area of triangle DCE, we can write area of triangle EDB. So we can write here area of triangle ADE will remain same upon area of triangle ADE will remain same. On the place of area of triangle DCE, on the place of area of triangle DCE, we can write area of triangle EDB is equals to AE upon EC. AE upon EC. This can be equation number 8. Now compare equation number 8 with equation number 3. LHS are equals area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle EDB. Area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle EDB. Since LHS are equals, hence RHS will also be equal. From equation 3 and 8, we can say that AD upon DB is equals to AE upon EC. So this is proved. If ABC is the triangle in which DE is parallel to BC, then according to the Thales theorem, we can write AD upon DB equals to AE upon EC. Based on this theorem, let us see some other corollary. If we are adding both sides, so let us see here. AD upon DB will be as it is, AD upon DB plus 1 equals to AE upon EC plus 1. Now find out the LCM. Here we can write AD plus DB upon DB equals to AE plus EC upon EC. We can write here AD plus DB can be written as AB. So we can write here AB upon DB equals to AE plus EC. AE plus EC can be written as AC. We can write here AC upon EC. So we got the second conclusion, that is AB upon DB. AB upon DB is equals to AC upon EC. This is the second one. Now let us see. Again we will consider AD upon DB equals to AE upon EC. Let us see the third one. AD upon DB is equals to AE upon EC. AE upon EC. This can be written as DB upon AD. If we are writing the reciprocal of first one, then the reciprocal of second one, EC upon AE. We can write here. Now after that we have to add one both side. Adding one both sides. So let us see. DB upon AD plus 1 we can write here. EC upon AE plus 1 we can write here. After that we can write here DB plus AD upon AD equals to EC plus AE upon AE. So DB plus AD equals to AB. We can write here AB upon AD will be as it is, no change. EC plus AE. EC plus AE can be written as AC. So we can write here AC upon AE. So we got the third conclusion. AB upon AD is equals to AC upon AE. So we can use all these relationship, all these ratios to solve different questions given in other books like RSMR book or NCERT book.